Well, tomorrow is supposed to be the deadline to get your real ID, but today the Department of Homeland Security now saying you can still travel domestically even without one. Just be prepared for extra scrutiny.
Emma Bucher spoke with people at the Silvis, Illinois DMV location about what hurdles they're facing trying to get their real IDs.
With the Real ID deadline rapidly approaching, many Illinois residents are finding it more difficult than they expected to get that gold star.
We don't want to discourage people from getting a real ID, but the fact is the vast majority of people do not need a real ID before Wednesday.
Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem announced the day before the Real ID deadline that travelers without Real ID may be diverted to a different line at the airport, but they can still fly.
So now I have to go to the airport and stand in line, I guess.
At the DMV in Silvis, wait times for Real ID applications varied, but dozens of people got turned away.
I'm pretty disturbed right now because I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No, there was, because my name had changed because I'm married, but I'm divorced. Now I have to have all that, and I didn't realize that.
Homeland Security has yet to clarify what additional steps travelers without a Real ID compliant license will need to take in order to board domestic flights.
I think it's okay. Well, I mean, anything for, security or safety. But I want to get it today just so that I got it.
Homeland Security also hasn't said if people will need Real ID to access federal and secure facilities by Wednesday, or if the exception only applies to airports.
I have an ID, but right now they need the gold star one. For my work, I work sometime at the nuclear plant, and you have to have that to access because our badge is no longer enough to get in the plant.
Real ID is still optional. You don't need it to drive, vote, or generally identify yourself. Now, as a reminder, just because the deadline is May 7th doesn't mean you can't sign up and get your Real ID after that date. In Silvis, Emma Bucher, WQAD News 8.
Now, officials are also reminding residents that if they already have a valid U.S. passport, you can use that and wait to upgrade to a Real ID when your ID or driver's license is due for renewal.